You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnny and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Hey, what's happening, YouTube? This is Ralph.
This is Johnny.
Hey, man, we're Oversaturated the podcast. Man, we appreciate you guys for stopping by the channel. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you jump in the comment section and let us know what's up. But we're here to review She-Hulk, episode 4. What's the name of the episode, Johnny?
Is this not real magic?
Is this not real magic? First of all, before we get into the nuts and bolts of the episode, we really got to just ask this overall arcing question. Johnny, what do you think about the episode at large?
All right. So I'm going to be completely honest, bro. First 3 episodes, I was, damn, this is great. 4th episode, we kind of took a step back. Not a big step, but a step back nonetheless.
It was a hop. It was a hop.
Oh, man. I did enjoy it. Well, so I watched it twice, right?
Yeah.
The first time I watched it, this was great. This is a great episode. But after rewatching this, like, oh, okay, I see now that it's a lot of filler in this particular episode.
Oh, definitely.
I get it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
With this episode, I think, I was kind of trending toward the way of just it kind of taking a step back and what I enjoyed about this I was about to say sitcom about the show because it does have sitcom elements. So that's why I said that.
It does.
But episode 4, I was able to watch it twice as well. The first time I watched it didn't really do too much for me.
Gotcha.
But the second time, I was able to kind of enjoy maybe a little bit more of the nuance, but still kind of felt the same, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like kind of catch the things that I didn't see in certain things, but certain elements. But Johnny, hey man, it's a lot of filler. Like it was like I don't really know where we're going with this plot line.
Where are you going with it?
So the interesting thing is, episode 3 review, we talked about, you mentioned how you didn't really want to see her be a lawyer anymore, basically, right? And I was like, well, I don't really think that's the case because that's part of who she is, so we have to see her represent somewhere else. I didn't think it was going to be this soon. And I for damn sure didn't think it was going to be Wong, right? Yeah. And the reason she represented Wong was some bullshit. Like, so I don't know. We really haven't seen She-Hulk use her actual
powers.
Her Hulk powers yet. We've seen her like just throw some shit around, cool, but I want to see her like actually get into a fight. Like I'm ready for some action here now. Yeah. And Yeah,
because starting off, like we see like pretty much a reject of the mystic arts, right? Donnie Blaze, which is clearly a big nod to Ghost Rider, right?
Yeah,
like clearly, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like he is a half-wit, half-ass magician, and then he started relying on his
sling ring.
Yeah, he started relying on that stuff to get stuff popping.
Which is crazy because if they kicked him out, why didn't they confiscate that when he left? Like, why you just leave a person you kicked out of Cormontage, right? Why you not taking their sling ring?
You're making too much sense right now.
Like that don't make sense to me.
Because think about how many times we've seen somebody that has like Tony Stark stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of random. It's like, okay, they were kicked out, expelled, or something like that, but still they have all like the rights and privileges of said organization or whatever, right?
Exactly.
So I'm like, But just seeing him kind of play with the portals, and then you kind of get this comedic play with the young lady and
Madison.
Wong,
with the Y.
You don't know what the Y
right.
is. I was like, hey, you.
Madison with 2 N's, 1 Y, but it's not where you think.
Wow.
Hey, now that was the part of the show I thought was cool. Like, it was like, all right, this is cool. Like,
We'll
this is
allow
funny.
it. We'll allow
like,
it. And I've seen her in like plenty of other things. Like, she kind of favors like Elizabeth Olsen, but she's not. I heard clearly.
Right.
I've seen her like in The Conjuring before. I can't think of like other films and stuff she's been in.
Gotcha.
But I like her as an actress, but she was a complete airhead this time. Like, the thing is, the things I've seen her in, she's so strong and like complete, like
a complete
she's
opposite of
like
this character.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to watch.
Nah, that's
but just like to play with Wong, and then like she spoiled the Sopranos for him.
that was funny.
Like the running joke about that throughout this, like the show was actually pretty funny. The episode, so
yeah, when she was the witness in court. Oh, Wonger. Like,
Hey,
Pause
yo.
if applicable. But but that was funny to me. Like in a clearly this was a filler episode, right? But within the filler episode, there were highlights in the comedy aspect of it.
I was kind of disappointed that they didn't pick back up with the storyline of the Wrecking Crew.
Right, and you would think that would be in the next
a
episode.
direct like pickup right there, but they didn't do it. That was kind of a letdown for me, but we still are trying to figure out Jennifer Walters as a person before we just jump straight into her being She-Hulk. So we see her kind of balancing the duality of being Jennifer Walters and She-Hulk.
Right.
Like
This time through dating.
Yeah. Like she's in the MCU version of Tinder, and it was quite hilarious. And then her assistant pretty much was giving her a game. She was like,
Quite nice, actually. Oh my God. We're not using your corporate headshot as your profile photo.
It's interesting seeing Jennifer Walters navigate being a human and then being the She-Hulk, especially when it comes to dating, because it's like she's being more accepted as She-Hulk now than she is a regular human being.
well, you seen the original date, right? And how horrible that went.
Terrible.
Like, dude was a trash.
Oh no, he
She
was
trash.
super trash.
But even when she became Hulk, like She-Hulk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Niggas wasn't, the last one was alright, but they still fetishized the fact that she was a She-Hulk. Like the one was just complete fanboy. Like he was just like, oh, I'm just, you're quite the specimen. He was like, did you just call me a specimen?
And see, even with that, right, I feel like there's something deeper at play. Now, I could be completely wrong, but his lining of questioning for her being a Hulk, like,
Is it true? Are you indestructible?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really tested it out. I'm not looking to get myself killed here.
Yeah. Well, what about super speed, night vision, impenetrable skin?
Yeah, my skin is impenetrable, at least with anything on Earth.
Even vibranium?
Why, do you have some on you? You want to test it out?
No, I wish.
like that particular dater was weird to me. Like he wanted to like do a science experiment on her or something.
I think he's just like
I think it's just-
I think he's just a fanboy. Like it's just a nerd. Like I just
Nerd.
Right, nerd. Right. That's how I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Now that would be excellent writing if
that's the case.
If your theory was true. But I ain't giving
Yeah,
them that much
you
credit.
ain't rolling?
No, I ain't rolling with that. I'm giving him he's straight cornball nerd. And he's happy to be here, like clearly. But the first guy asking him how much he deadlift, he's like, I can do 600. I'm not even a superhero.
Right.
Like that shit was funny to me.
But see, the comedy aspects of the show, like
the
hitting.
the highs of it
They
is
be
the
hitting.
fact they make you laugh.
Yeah.
Like I like the fact that when she was in trouble, her father came with the show. Like he came with like survival kit and shit. And she was like, Dad, I'm Hulk. He's like, I don't care about none of that.
And what's the shovel for? I can't tell you.
I can't tell you. To dig holes. Like he was with it though.
He was with it. I love it.
I love that aspect. But I mean, just them going to court, like just kind of circling back to the lawyer aspect, them going to court and defending how he should use his mystic art powers. Like I think that's setting a crazy precedent. One. I mean,
so
we can take that nuance and extrapolate that. I think.
I agree because now that we have Marvel MCU TV shows, right, we get to dive deeper into more the more detailed aspects of the MCU, right? So think like this Wong case in a United States court of law, right? How do you present that Donnie Blaze is misusing his mystical art training? Because if he sends the wrong person to the wrong dimension, that has implications.
That's not right. Let me go over it again, all right?
Implications across the universe. Like if you send one person to like a different realm, that could change the course of everything. We saw what happened in No Way Home, right? With that spell. How can you prove that in a court of law? And like that's the type of nuance that I'm liking to see.
And she asked the general questions like, well, did you have him sign this? Did he do the NDA? Did he do this? Well, she was like, well, look, we're going to a United States courtroom, American law. Like I can't go in there guns a-blazing with this. No judge will take this serious.
Nope.
So somehow, some way, they still get it to go to court. I think like we said, the highs are there. Like the lawyer, and the was a magician. His sidekick, like his man, what was his name? Cleophas or something? It was like
Cornelius.
Yeah, it was something.
Cleophas is funny. But one interesting fact, and I wish I knew his name, but that character, Cornelius, that man is 104 years old.
Yeah.
That's nuts. And a round of applause because that's amazing. That man don't look a day over 80.
No, he really don't.
And like for real, and he was moving just fine and all that.
It was the wittiness for me. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like, "You was hype man, kinda." It was like stuff like that.
It was great. It was great. Shout out to him, man.
Yes,
because that was awesome.
But I mean, Donnie Blaze is still up his bag of tricks. Like we get out of the courtroom, the judge pretty much just said, she doesn't rule in anybody's favor. It's just like, hey, let me think about it. I'll be back. Pretty much that type of thing.
Right.
So She-Hulk is going on her date simultaneously while Donnie Blaze is having a comedy show, and then he opens another portal to another dimension, and the shit goes bananas.
Completely left. And now Wong is like, Donnie Blaze goes to Wong and say, "Hey,
help.
I need your help, my boy." And Wong is like, "I'm only doing this for the universe." And then that's when he comes and gets She-Hulk.
Miss Walters, why aren't you answering your mobile phone? Never mind, I see.
To help throw these
like
little demons back into their own realm and all that kind of stuff. But this is the only display
of her
of strength or Hulk powers that we really see.
And it didn't feel like it because we've never seen her angry, and it's because she has like the control over the rage. She has the power. It's like we just never seen her just have a complete rage, moment. So, her picking up this and just tossing it's just like, oh.
Okay, is that it? Anything else?
Right, like
that's what it does when I see those things.
Very normal.
Yeah.
It's very normal. And
she's just 8 feet tall. Like
that's it. And it's like it's cool. Like I understand that we see her in her Hulk form at work because she's heading the superhuman law division, right? I get it. And she's embracing being a Hulk more when she's out in public. Cool, I get all that, but it's time for us to start seeing
a little bit more action,
a little bit more action, man.
You think when the Wrecking Crew came up, she would have beat the dog.
She would have went nuts. But even in a moment, it's like she forgot she was a damn Hulk. Like
she was like, hold on, wait,
yeah.
but just kind of circling back to her throwing kind of helping out with that, and then the cease and desist letter getting approved verbally right there. I thought that was that was pretty good, pretty coy, but. And then she travels back to her. She traveled back to her apartment, ready for some action.
Listen, she got worked up.
Yeah,
in more ways than one, right?
Yeah, and I was just like, she had the demon claw in her hair. I was like, hey, mama, you ain't gonna take no shower.
Listen,
like, superhero or not, you gotta clean that thing first.
Listen, fam, she came right back after doing all that sweating and got all of this demon blood on her, and she like, nah, you here? It's time.
It's up. Like she picked my man.
Pick my guy up. Hey, we don't kink shame here, so he
he
was with it clearly.
I was with he was sitting there reading a feminist book. I love the fact that she picked him up and took him to the room, but I was like, hey, are we gonna take a shower? Like, no, straight to it.
I have a comment about that, but I'm gonna keep it to myself.
All right.
Yeah. But so
she fucked him. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
Hey yo. Facts. But look, the last scene, right? She Jennifer Walters gets served a cease and desist from using the name She-Hulk. Oh, so wait.
I just want to point out that these guys fetishize her so much that from one, he didn't recognize. Well, he didn't know that she had an alter ego. Like he didn't know Jennifer Walters because remember he came in the morning. He's like, "Hey, who are you?"
Right. Which is crazy because she told him that the night before.
But it's just like I'm not sure if that's going to be a plot moving forward with him per se. But it just kind of eats at her morale as being Jennifer. Like I just wanted to point that out for character development before we went forward.
Yep, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So in the last scene, Jen Walters, she hears a knock at the door. She goes to the door. There's a guy that's serving her papers. I believe is a cease and desist from Titania from using the name She-Hulk because Titania herself has trademarked the name She-Hulk.
Nasty.
Super nasty. But this is more of that nuanced detail within the MCU that is really interesting to see. It's like I'm going to speak for myself. I never thought about Iron Man, Captain America, Black Panther, any of these people trademarking their superhero name, right? So now we get this. So I assume the next episode is going to be about that. But
Now, and then that's gonna be nasty. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, think about it like this, right? What does it benefit me as a viewer to see her going to court defending her name against a villain? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that she can clearly beat up.
well, we don't know that because Titania herself does have powers.
But she I mean, we seen the fight in the courtroom.
I mean, it was one punch. She kind of sucker punched her. She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
She wasn't ready.
If they were squaring up, it might be a closer fight.
But still, it's just like nah.
so that does nothing for you for the next
Hey,
episode.
man, this
is a terrible cliffhanger.
Pretty much.
And see,
and even she was like, "That's kind of a bummer for a cliffhanger." You're damn right it is. You're damn
That's
right.
a bad way to end the episode. She said that. She said
But this is the other thing too, Johnny. It's like, all right, so this thing, I know she's a She-Hulk attorney at law, but I am so tired of this Law and Order shit. Like, that's how the next episode needs to start. Because clearly she can't operate as She-Hulk right now. She down right now.
Nah, it's real. It's real. And okay? So we done with the episode.
Clearly.
So with that, did you see the mid-season trailer for She-Hulk?
No,
because they showed that at D23 as well.
Oh no, I missed that.
So it was kind of a recap from the first 4 episodes, but also additional footage from the episodes to come.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a conversation between her and Matt Murdock, but between Jennifer Walters and Matt Murdock, with Matt Murdock saying, "I think you're in an interesting place where you can protect people with the law by being a lawyer, but where you can't do that, you can protect them by being the She-Hulk." Which is kind of what Matt Murdock was doing in Daredevil, right?
Yeah.
So I thought that was an interesting
nugget.
Yeah. My guy. That was an interesting nugget, right? So hopefully they team up. I don't know if they're going to fight each other, but hopefully they team up at some point. But I don't know who they team up against because I don't know.
We don't even know who the big bad of the damn show is. Like, is it Titania? Like, what?
I mean, I would think so, but I don't know.
I hope not.
You hope not?
Nah, she too comical. Like, it's like
she finna fight her in the fucking court of law.
Right,
that's the boss fight.
Right.
It's the fucking trial.
Hey yo, all right.
That was a joke.
Right. I get it.
I
But
I hope that's not real. I hope that's not true.
Please, Johnny, what do you rate this episode?
I think I'm going a solid 2.5. Solid 2.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually where I'm at too. 2.5.
Yeah.
Because I gave the last episode 3, I think. So this is a
under that. This is below that.
This is a notch below. But if we got 9 episodes, we were bound to get an episode like this.
True. True. It's true.
Now it can't get no worse. It can't.
Somebody gotta throw some bows, man.
Please.
I don't know. I need something.
Man, I think she gonna beat up Daredevil in the street. That's the only thing we gonna get.
She'll kill that man.
I know.
That's crazy.
He ain't gonna make it to Born Again if he get beat up by She-Hulk.
Maybe that's how he get born again. Boom, mic drop. So that's our review of episode 4 of She-Hulk.
Yes.
Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share this with your people, hit the comment section. Let us know what you all thought about the episode, because clearly you heard how we thought. So, and with that, we'll be back with episode 5 review next week.
Yes, sir.
And we out.
Peace.
Peace.